The insufferability of celebrities led to a massive backlash in the 2016 election cycle, and through nefarious means in 2020, all of those endorsements really seemed to work out for old Uncle Joe. So you know what? With the only thing lower than the approval of Congress being the approval of the political takes of the celebrity class, the Democrats are deciding to double down on their winning, quote-unquote, winning strategies of 2020 by getting all of the celebrity endorsements that they possibly can heading into November. And it's just as pathetic as you would think it is, okay? This came from about a week ago, when you had Momala Harris, on the Drew Barrymore show, give a, pathetic diatribe and have to listen to just the absolute glazing that Drew Barrymore gave her. Like, I'm sure you guys probably heard the Momala remark, but did you hear any of the lead up? It makes me physically ill. Okay?
I appreciate you more every single day.
I just want to know what she appreciates Kamala for, like, actually, because I was racking my brain earlier today when I was trying to think of what exactly are the accomplishments of Kamala Harris. Like, there hasn't been a less important, a less visible, a less accomplished vice president, at least in modern times. I can't think of anybody else who has been more useless than Kamala Harris. She's had more responsibilities put on her. She's supposed to be the southern border czar. She's supposed to be the AI czar. What has she done to help either of those cases? Don't know, but she can really appear on a talk show and she can really explain the crisis going on in Eastern Europe between the bigger country of Russia and the smaller country of Ukraine. Maybe it's a good reason that she's not constantly in front of the public exposing her absolute stupidity, but regardless, like, just racking my brain trying to figure out, is like, in my lifetime, like, I've been through, a few administrations at this point in time, trying to cast my mind back to other vice presidents. And, well, first one that I can remember, Al Gore. Yeah, okay, he was doing stuff. Okay. Maybe more of his fame came after office. That's fair. And then you had Dick Cheney, who was basically running the Bush administration. Okay, cool. Far more accomplished there. You had Mike Pence. Mike Pence recently, he was in charge of the, COOF task force, like it or not, he was at least doing something. But Kamala Harris is probably the least accomplished and least responsible vice president since Joe Biden. Oh God, yeah, no, we're here. We're definitely here. So to hear a Drew Barrymore say, I just think of all the great things that you've done for this country, and I'm like, can you name one? No. Have the universal ability to make as many people hear your cackle, make their skin crawl. Like, I guess that's kind of like a superpower. That's an accomplishment, I guess.
Not only thank you for going out and championing on behalf of all of us, but thank you for being the mother, the woman, the sister, and the daughter. And friend, and I love...
Oh, see, all of those accolades that she just gave me, Drew, it's not enough, because I'm a good friend, too.
And I just, it's really important, I think.
Oh my God, she's so inarticulate. It's amazing, man. Like, there's some days that I'm, not exactly at 100% and, I'll just, stutter, stammer, and force my way through a topic. But even I can string together a better sentence than that. Hell, Dan Quayle could string together more coherent sentences than that. But I don't know, who takes the lamentations of Drew Barrymore towards Kamala Harris to heart and go, you know what? I'm going to be riding with Biden in November because Drew Barrymore likes Kamala Harris. Yeah, it's kind of strange, but sticking on this I love the 90s kick. Okay. From a couple of weeks ago, you had Mark Hamill unironically tweet that Joe Biden is the best president we've ever had. Like I said, I was racking my brain trying to figure out the accomplishments of Kamala Harris that would lead to anybody championing her accomplishments in office. And I would also try to come to the conclusion that anybody reasonably could assume that Joe Biden is the best president we've ever had. There is no conceivable metric that Joe Biden is better than any president in history at anything. Nothing at all whatsoever, okay? Even if you want to take a look at the shenanigans in 2020, that's just a repeat of what happened in 1876, okay? So there's nothing original about that, and all of his accomplishments, There aren't any. Like, he's literally the worst president. This is a absurd statement. Unless you take into full context that this was a statement made by somebody who was going to be going to the White House in the very near future. Oh, this was made by somebody trying to get access to the president. And guess what? Because the Democratic Party are just the biggest starfuckers on planet Earth. Well, of course, this is exactly what was going to happen. So you had Mark Hamill go down to the White House for May the 4th. May the 4th be with you.
Always.
Oh my God. See, he got to go into the Oval Office, and then the Star Wars song played at the end, and they put this on Instagram because it's so cool. But I never thought of Joe Biden as like an exceptionally tall individual, but I didn't realize that Luke Skywalker was 5'6". That's pretty sad, man. The only thing that's actually more sad is the press conference that Mark Hamill had with Karine Jean-Pierre last Friday. Oh my God, guys, this is really bad. This is really, really bad. Mark Hamill made it to the White House before he made it to see his granddaughter. Oh, yeah, if you want more context on that statement right there, just go check out Gary from Nerdrotic's Twitter every single time that Mark Hamill has a spicy or stupid take, which if you take a look at his Twitter feed, it's on the regular. Like, ever since the guy has come back from the White House, he has not stopped talking political. It's not like that really interrupted anything beforehand anyways, but it's just been doubling down on politics. It's insufferable, man. I couldn't imagine being that unhappy with my life that I need to spend my entire waking existence on Twitter. Listen, you're the voice of the Joker, okay? The animated Joker, one of the most beloved interpretations of that character. You're him. You're also Luke Skywalker, even with what Disney did to him with the sequel movies. Even just taking your voice, using an AI representation and making Luke Skinwalker in The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett and potentially in Jon Favreau's Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Oh my God, it's going to be so great. Like, just puppeting your legacy. People still respect the character of Luke Skywalker. Imagine not being fulfilled enough based on your iconic roles that you need to spend every waking moment lamenting U.S. politics. It's sad. It's absolutely sad. And that's the nicest way that I could phrase this. But to just continue to make an ass out of yourself, especially with comments and statements like this, you hear it, and I don't think you're ready. I don't think you're ready at all. Even if you've heard Kamala Harris cackle her loudest cackle, Joe Biden trip up the most slight incline of a stair, your backbone is not ready for the incoming cringe. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Well, you know, I called him Mr. President. He said, "You can call me Joe." And I said, "Can I call you Joe B. Wan Kenobi?"
When I heard that for the first time, okay, like I got knocked into a stupor when I first heard that, okay. I went to the Oval Office, and I said, "Hi, Mr. President." He said that you could call me Joe. Can I call you Joe B. Wan Kenobi? I felt like I was becoming a Force ghost for a second. Like my corporeal being was being separated from my spirit, and I was just ascending to a higher plane. Like I got knocked on my ass that hard. This is the cringiest thing I've heard in a long time. Can't say ever, but it's definitely on the short list, okay? But apparently that was such a good line, and it just goes to show you how disassociated from reality the Democratic Party is. They're running with it as a campaign slogan, okay? They're putting it on TikTok, which is kind of funny, right? Because we got the Biden HQ TikTok reposting this wonderful video I'm about to play for you guys. Meanwhile, Biden administration is banning TikTok. It's kind of strange, but here we go.
Hey, I'm Mark Hamill, and I'm voting for Joe B. Wan Kenobi.
Oh my God, this is more cringe. This is multiple levels more cringe than the dark Brandon stuff ever was, just as AstroTurfed too, because only, a Biden speechwriter could come up with Joe B. Wan Kenobi. This is the state of modern politics. This is what we've come to, right? You have a Drew Barrymore slobbering over Kamala Harris's feet, and you have Luke Skywalker take an 80-year-old lightsaber right to the cheeks. It's something, man. It's definitely something. And if you think that it's bad right now, may I remind you, we haven't even gotten to the heyday of this nonsense. We haven't even gotten close. to the conventions or to the debates, which in the next couple of months, oh boy, oh boy. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.